Good morning. This is Dr. Lytle coming to you from the Laser Learning Center. Today's lesson is for private membership association members, and it's on stop smoking or smoking addiction. In fact, we might expand it into any type of addiction, whether it be addiction to caffeine, addiction to sugar, addiction to alcohol, addiction to prescription drugs, or addiction to over-the-counter drugs. There are major organizations that sell franchises that use lasers to stimulate the brain to stop the addictive process. You can do the same thing with your own Q laser system. Some of you may have this model of Q laser. This works fine. This is a 3-button Q1000, and this is the 808 enhancer. And either of those together in combination will help the addiction stimulate or stop the addiction process. Now, if you have the newer model may be the 1-button Q1000NG. It does the same thing as a 3-button, and you may have the brand new generation 808 enhancer, and it's called the 808NG. There are some of you that may have the flash probe, and it looks like this. It's flat and it will work equally as well. Any combination of these instruments will work equally as well to control the desire for smoking. Let me talk to you a little bit about what addiction really is. Addiction is really due to a drop in blood sugar. When you have a drop in blood sugar, the brain says, I need sugar, and it will do anything it can to get the sugar. The brain is a glucose hog, in other words. So when you smoke, the nicotine stimulates the release of sugar from the liver, and that raises your blood sugar, and the brain says thank you. Or if you don't have liver sugar, by smoking, it will actually release the sugar from the protein of the muscles. You burn your muscles, and by burning the muscles, called gluconeogenesis, that releases sugar to the brain. That is the principle of why you have addiction. The process that we learn about addiction to help control addiction is discussed in your low-level application guide. This is the new edition, by the way, and low-level laser application guide, blue in color. Now, you may have the old 3-ring binder, or you may have a gray-colored one called low-level laser or Q laser user's guide. Any of those, if you go inside of that manual to page 145, it will give you an explanation of what you need to do and how you use any combination of the laser system that I've just described to you for stop smoking. So, and that's on page 145. It uses a combination of acupoints and direct application of the Q1000. Now, one of the things we've learned in addiction is that if you can take your mind off from it, it really does help a lot. We find that one of the best ways to take your mind off from your addiction is by breathing rhythms. The best breathing rhythm guide that I've been able to find, I printed in my book, Energy Transcendence. If you go to chapter 10 in Energy Transcendence, it talks about breathing rhythms. This is the best breathing rhythm system that I've been able to find. Thank you to Dr. Buddy Frumker to provide you with this opportunity to use breathing rhythms to help take your mind off of the need to smoke. We had research done by one of my colleagues, Dr. Lamar Steyer, and he actually used the Q1000 and this is not a flash probe. This predecessor to the flash probe, the 808 enhancer, and he found that he had about an 80% reduction of the craving of nicotine, but he had a big recidivism rate. My suggestion is that you use the Q laser system that we've just described about once a week to control the urge to smoke, and you may need to use it for months, you may need to use it the rest of your life. That's today's lesson on addiction or stop smoking.